want to put an asterisk on this because just for anybody listening, we do have a relationship outside of the podcast where I just tagged along with JD for a couple days on his Can't Fake Showing Up tour, where I was able to capture some video footage and put together a couple small videos for him. So I've seen your schedule, and I know that it's not a joke. It's running around constantly. Every deadline, you're having to run 5 minutes late to basically everything because everything is scheduled in 5-minute increments, and it's definitely a lot of stress, a lot of pressure for anybody who's running for this. So, and you're a young guy.
Yeah.
So I don't think that you don't run for Congress because you want somebody to know your name or you want any type of fame for it. So like, what is it truly beyond the easy campaign bullet points that you can put on a website? What is it that made you actually do this?
There's a lot of different things. Obviously being a first-time candidate, 2016, that election influenced me quite a bit. But for me, it was seeing my grandma. She's my inspiration in my life and this campaign, and seeing her at Thanksgiving. She's like, JD, I was living out of state, and she goes, you need to move back to Iowa and take care of the farm. And I was just like, oh, Grandma getting heavy on me. And so then she passed away the next month, and it was at the church where I gave the eulogy. I just felt that pull to come on home. And I started looking in the Sioux City Journal for about a month for a job, and the best job I could find was $15 an hour with no benefits. Yep. And I was working in Seattle in technology and innovation, and there was so much booming out there. And for me to come back home, I was just like, what's up with this? And then the farm went from and we rent our family farm out, and it went from my grandma's generation to my generation, and I started looking at the farm economy, and I was like, well, why are folks getting squeezed so hard, and farming's not like it was when my grandpa was farming. And so I started digging more into these things, and then for about a month there was nobody in this race on the Democratic side, and I was just like, you know what, I can't let Representative King go on his own and just he's well known, and this whole time I was like, you know what, this isn't about us just calling him names. This is about what we're going to do. And what my vision for this district is bringing in technology, bringing in modernizing this and diversifying our economy so we can have quality jobs. And the Democratic Party talks about raising the minimum wage. I'm for that, but for this district, we need $55,000, $65,000, $75,000 jobs, and we need leadership in this district, both on the agriculture side and in places like Sioux City. We have a huge opportunity right now with Highway 20 opening up for transportation, to have warehouses, and there's a lot of potential here. But I want us to tap that potential and live up to our fullest, and that's what it boils down to. And then I saw the map of this district, and that's what really got me, because I don't know Des Moines that well. I didn't go to University of Iowa, so I don't know Iowa City. I don't know Dubuque. I don't know Cedar Rapids that well. What I do know is Larchwood, where my dad's from, the very northwest corner. My mom's from the farm outside the very northeast town, which is Lake Mills. They met in Mason City. And I was born, while we were living in Nevada, I was born in Ames, and I was raised most of my life and spent most of my life here in Sioux City. And so that's kind of the four corners of it. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I get the people here. Like, I completely understand. I understand why a lot of them vote Republican. And I don't necessarily agree with everyone, but like, I understand it, and I understand what the people want. And it's so frustrating to have a representative who isn't doing public events, who's not doing town halls, who's not willing to debate me. And so we just wanted to show the contrast, not only issues side, but like that contrast of me going out there, all 39 counties, being present, having that engagement. I feel that is what is missing in this district.
Yeah.